Guys, we know well enough that Marjorie Harvey meticulously engineered Lori's rise to fame, teaching her how to navigate elite circles, dress to impress, and date high-profile men. But now that Lori is a household name, an international style icon, and dating the absolute elite of Hollywood, sources claim Marjorie feels pushed into the background. Allegedly, Marjorie wants her spotlight back because she can't handle being known simply as Lori Harvey's mom. Gosh, I know y'all have always said that Marjorie Def comes across as someone who is self-centered, but wanting to ice out her own daughter? Yikes. But that's apparently not even the only reason Marjorie allegedly wants to replace Lori. Based on reports, a former staff member is now saying that Lori has become too much of an embarrassment even to her own mother. Y'all know that Lori has basically been the Thanos of Hollywood dating, collecting high-profile partners like Infinity Stones, and there have also been rumors from alleged former insiders claiming Lori has been living as a high-earning yacht girlie, essentially getting paid millions by billionaires and powerful executives to act as their escorts. Allegedly, Marjorie and Steve Harvey are terrified this reckless lifestyle is completely cheapening the pristine, wholesome, family-friendly Harvey empire, and they can no longer tolerate the behavior. I mean, it's a bit too late because the damage is already done, but anywho, speculation is flying that Lori and Marjorie have been clashing behind closed doors regarding Lori's romantic choices and business moves, and insiders are saying that Lori has been putting up strict boundaries with her mother, refusing to let Marjorie manage her career, and the alleged staff hinted that Marjorie sees this boundary setting as disrespect. Well, apparently, this former staff member has also been spilling that this is just a PR move or some sort of distraction, because we know that in the last couple of months, there has been a lot going on surrounding Steve's contracts, past business ventures, and marriage instability, and nothing buries a corporate headline faster than a high-stakes, scandalous family feud. I wouldn't be surprised if Marjorie is fully willing to play the villain or the replacement if it keeps the blogs focused on fashion and drama instead of finances and her alleged failing marriage. But you know what? Let's just break down all the angles to this. First and foremost, honey, if you follow Marjorie, you know she prides herself on looking like she's her daughter's peer rather than their mother. She is always in high fashion, works out intensely, and lives an ultra-luxurious lifestyle. And apparently, standing next to Lori is making it harder for Marjorie to maintain that ageless sister narrative. Allegedly, she wants the spotlight on herself and herself alone. And this is kind of causing tension between her and Lori, who obviously also loves the spotlight. Well, that could be true, but there's also the fact that Lori has earned quite a reputation with men in Hollywood that is causing problems. We are talking about someone who has dated Abu Thiam, the brother of Akon, and they were spotted getting close in a Miami nightclub in October 2020. And this was just weeks before she was linked to Michael B. Jordan. Towards the end of 2019, Lori was dating Future, and they celebrated the new year together, before officially confirming their romance the following January with a loved-up vacation in Jamaica for Lori's 23rd birthday. Of course, Future ended up being a total embarrassment.
What's your daughter dating Future?
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, you don't? Do you approve of Future?
I don't know nothing
about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Honey, there was also Diddy, and they were pictured together numerous times in Italy, Mexico, New York City, and Atlanta during their alleged romance. And this one was also hella problematic, because not only was Diddy so much older than Lori, but she was also being accused of being part of his crimes. Then, we later came to find out that Lori was part and parcel of Diddy's freak-offs, given the similarities to Cassie, like the white polish rule and testimony from Diddy's exes.
He had shown me a picture of me and him, the first pic that we ever took, and I was like, you should save that as your screensaver. So he was like, I don't know how. So I was trying to show him, and I saved the picture to his photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album to set it as a screensaver, and I saw a picture of him and Lori, the same exact pose.
What do you mean?
I mean, the same exact pose that he took with me.
Okay.
And he did the same with Lori.
Were they clothed or not?
No.
They weren't clothed?
No.
Lori Harvey.
Anywho, this very long list of lovers also includes people like Justin Combs, Trey Songz, Lewis Hamilton, Memphis Depay, Damson Idris, and several others. So, based on what I've heard, even Marjorie views this reckless dating history as an absolute humiliating embarrassment to the family name, especially since the Harveys have reached a level of generational wealth and elite status where Lori literally has everything. Like, Lori could be with anyone in the upper league, but instead, she is jumping from one high-profile celebrity to the next, and reportedly Marjorie feels Lori is cheapening her brand and the family's brand. As if this isn't embarrassing enough, there have also been allegations that Lori is also out here being a high-end escort to billionaires. In fact, there have been several blind items over the years that have said Lori is definitely yachting out here, and that the men usually don't want to stay with her for more than a weekend. Also, remember Marjorie herself was heavily accused of being Steve's side chick while he was still legally married to his ex-wife Mary. And because of this, she is supposedly terrified that Lori's chaotic love life will cause the public to start digging up her own messy past with them. Of course, it's also a bit too late to be worried about this, cause to a lot of people, Marjorie is the homewrecker who basically stole Steve from his ex-wife. Honey, again, all these could be reasons why Marjorie is just about done with Lori. But like I said, I've also heard that there is a former staff member leaking that this entire circus involving Lori could just be a distraction from the real elephant in the Harvey home. And I'm talking about an alleged divorce between Steve and Marjorie. Okay, y'all know that not so long ago, there were allegations making rounds claiming that Marjorie had cheated on Steve with his bodyguard or a chef, and reports even suggested that she filed for divorce post the incident and demanded $200 million in settlement. However, several sources and friends of the family came out saying that the news was false. In fact, Steve went on a massive public cleanup rant to try and put out the fire when he took the mic live on stage at a huge event in Atlanta and aggressively shut down the critics, yelling to the crowd that both he and Marjorie are totally fine and that the internet just needs to find something else to do.
One thing about, one thing about me coming here, I've always loved black people. I've always loved my people. Y'all belong to me and I belong to y'all. Good and the bad. Before I get started, just let me say, I'm fine. Marjorie fine. I don't know what y'all doing, but find something else to do. Cause we fine. Okay. Lord have mercy. Man.
Then, Marjorie herself shared a post to a guide on how to handle being lied about and then deleted it, explaining that the information is false. She said at the time, "My husband and I don't usually stop to address all the foolishness and lies that have been spread about us. However, to whom much is given, much is required. I understand that with my platform comes some sort of responsibility to those that may not be as strong as we are." Well, that doesn't sound like a denial. And as far as the cheating allegations, there was a man called William Freeman who claimed he had an affair with Marjorie, and that he is actually the one who introduced Marjorie to Steve Harvey in the first place, explaining a backstory involving an unexpected location. He claimed that he and Marjorie used to run a poker house, and according to him, Steve Harvey used to visit this poker house to gamble with them, and that is exactly how Steve and Marjorie originally met. He also said that Steve's camp asked him to shut up about the story and tried to give him quiet money to prevent a scandal. Then he alleged that Steve Harvey wanted the affair to happen as a strategic distraction to cover up his own alleged backstage workplace relationships during the running of the Steve Harvey show. Based on what he said, Steve Harvey was having an affair with a woman named Terry Vaughn and another woman named Renee McCall West Robinson, both of whom were on the show. Then he dropped a massive personal allegation regarding Marjorie Harvey's daughter, Lori Harvey, and explicitly claimed that he is Lori Harvey's biological father.
Something that has not been told. Now you know that daughter, Lori Harvey, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm Lori Harvey's father.
You are Lori Harvey's father? Oh my God! Oh my...
Like I said, nobody knows that. I put this out here for the very first time. Yes, that I am Lori Harvey's father.
Honey, I don't know for sure if this story was true, but what I can tell you is that there were a bunch of cheating allegations and stories about how the entire Harvey marriage is a scam. Now, These allegations have recently resurfaced, and this time, the blogs are claiming that behind closed doors, the marriage is officially over. And according to the former staff member, divorce papers are almost being signed. Allegedly, the Harveys are doing everything they can to prevent people from talking about this. I mean, it's possible that Marjorie is intentionally leaking or feeding the blogs this chaotic narrative about her and Lori, and they are sacrificing Lori's dating reputation to create a massive internet circus. After all, the public will always tune in to watch a glamorous mother-daughter rivalry or debate Lori's dating history, and by keeping the spotlight focused on Lori being a brand liability, the public is completely blinded to the fact that Steve and Marjorie's $400 million empire is allegedly crumbling to pieces in the background. In any case, people are already talking about Lori, so this is a perfect distraction. Honestly, knowing Marjorie and Steve wouldn't put it past them because they know how to pull a distraction. But in your opinion, do you believe that Marjorie Harvey actually calculated enough to pull off a move like this? I can't wait to know your thoughts on this, loves, so drop them in the comments section below.